I'm communicated. Now, yikes.
Tell them I'm working on my sound.
She's currently working on her sound. Sorry, guys, I can't see
Can
what
y'all
you're
hear me now?
commenting.
Can you hear me now, Lee Pepper? All right, Karen says yes. Okay, so we're coming off the heels of Naya being excommunicated off the show. And y'all, okay, so a little insider for you guys. I'm on Clubhouse, and there is a group that does the recaps of the episode, and Simone and Chris were on that were in that room. And the things that Simone was saying really makes me second guess the opinions that I had about her, because she was saying that a lot of times the producers would incite certain reactions out of her that made her act out of character. And I don't know. I don't know if y'all want to believe what she said, but we know a lot of times like producers intervene to sell a story. And I don't think she was as quote unquote neurotic as she appeared. I don't know. That's just me. No?
But here's the thing, she was great up until the whole Chris thing. So,
Nah, I think there were times like even her jumping to Rasheed, I was like, where's this coming from? Or even this episode, like her hopping back and forth to like, ooh, what about this guy? Brian. All of a sudden you're into Brian. Out of a sudden Kalfani's like one of your top. I'm like, girl, this don't make sense. And apparently she had a thing with Jay too that nobody.
Simone or Naya?
No, I'm talking about Simone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Naya. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
No, Naya was off her rocker. No offense. But also, they did say that Naya was sick of the process. So I do understand how she was like, listen, in spite of production, I'm just going to act up. I do get that. Anyways, we're moving on. This is episode 8, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with Calfani and Adriana. What are your thoughts on this connection?
Um, I guess we'll talk about this more towards the end, but I need more. If Cal Feige said that, what's her face? Denise is still in top runnings
I
for
think that's a
him.
lie.
Well, anyway, it
He
came out
doesn't
of his
try.
mouth,
I'm sorry. Like, if that's truly how he
and that's
believes, I
what I
need him to
wanted to
try.
say. And that's what I wanted to say. He said it, it came out of his mouth. I need to see more of him and Denise.
It's not even a matter of seeing more of them. Like I need to see him actually, and like we said, we are gonna get into it like with the whole trailer and stuff. But he doesn't seem to even want to try to pursue her. And I'm like, how is she
Right.
your number one? And like, how are you so pressed when she does things? And it's like you don't even like try. And I get it. Like when you have Adriana, like I don't want to say throwing herself at you, but she's making it known that she's very interested. You almost get to a point of complacency. Like I don't have to try when it's just coming at me. You know what I mean?
But here's my thing. Adriana is still able to give time to the two people that she has feelings for. And I'm just like, Calvini, where's your time management? Like, if you're saying that Denise is also
Okay.
there, can you have some time management? Maybe he's trying to spite her for being like super jealous and super controlling, but I'm just like, it's enough for me. I need you to give Denise a
I
chance
hear
if this
you.
is what.
Other people have been able to balance You're right. You're right. You're right. It's just because I love him so much, and I don't want any Cal Fanny slander. Okay. Yeah, but you're
You
right.
cried last time. I cannot get over that. Like,
I did cry over
that was
him.
a lot. That was a lot.
You think it's just lust? Lee Pepper says. Ooh, Karen says superficial connection. Between who,
With
Karen? Between
California and
who?
Adriana?
I think it is superficial, to be honest with you. I think it's just this whole like she's a young girl, she's showing interest and stuff, but like we have yet to see a truly in-depth conversation between the two of them, unless I missed it. I ain't seeing it. I'm just seeing a lot of smooch smooch here and there. I'm seeing a lot of touchy touchy feely feely. However, like I don't see the intellectual connection. I don't see
Okay,
the future talk.
okay.
I don't see the
Mhm.
how we gonna build from
And
here.
she has those with um
She
Rasheed.
does.
You know,
She does.
babies, family. Okay, okay,
Karen was referring to Kafani and Adriana, and I agree.
okay, okay. I see what you guys are saying. Yeah, no, I'm just yeah,
Okay.
we can move along.
We are moving on to Denise and Anthony.
I feel so bad for Anthony in this particular situation just because, again, the cameras weren't following 24/7 or at least giving us 24/7 kind of information.
Uh huh.
But last episode, she was all about Cal Finey, even though she had an amazing date with Anthony.
Mm.
So I feel bad for Anthony in that sense. I think she snubbed my boy, and then now she's coming back,
Not
you know
snubbed. I
she's
think
coming back because she ain't getting no action because two can play that game, as she
she
said.
did say
So
that. Those were the words that came out of her mouth. I think she genuinely does like Anthony, but Winter even. Was it Winter? Yeah. Winter even pointed it out that Anthony's very passive. Anthony doesn't seem to take charge and be like, listen, Denise, I'm pulling you aside because I want you and I want to pursue you, and that's what it's going to be. He seems like, hey, man, go with the flow. And it's like on a show like this, and also at your guys' age, go with the flow no longer works.
right. We also mentioned last episode that we think a therapist would come in very handy. And I think he did let on that, hey, I'm kind of scared of being hurt,
Yeah.
later on in the episode. So I think that has a lot to do with how he treats and handles all these situations. He's like, oh, you're going to go? That's cool by me. I'm just going to dance to the side. You
Oh
know
my
what I
gosh, that
mean?
was so,
And
we're gonna get
have
to
a
that. We're
great
gonna get to that. We're gonna
time.
get to that. We're gonna get to that.
But yeah, I think that's why he does it because he's scared of being hurt. And you're right. In a show like this, you can't be doing that. You're grown. So it would be nice to have a therapist to address kind of those issues.
Okay, so what about their connection actually between the two of them? You think it's fruitful? You think it's just meh?
I think it's fruitful. I think it can be even more fruitful if Denise would actually give it a chance, not just hanging out with him out of spite. And also, if
You
he
think
would
it's out of
just fall
spite? I think it's out of boredom, not spite. I wouldn't say spite.
spite to Calvini
I wouldn't
and
say it's
Adriana.
spite. I think it's just boredom. Like I think when she gets bored, she's like, "Hey, Anthony, what's up? How you doing, boo?" You think it's spite? I think she genuinely likes him, but like it's only when she's bored. Like you know that nigga you text when
Okay.
you like, oh, ain't nobody texting me. Let me just text this guy.
Okay. All right. But that sucks because when he met the friend, he seemed like a good match
Mm.
for her.
Lee Pepper
So,
also says, and a woman co-host. It's one-sided with just Tommy.
you're not
I think I
wrong.
agree too because especially
You're
when
not
Tommy is
wrong.
having his talks with the guys, like it seems more like guy talk, and I want that same kind of banter when it's the girl's turn. But I do understand why
Mm.
Tommy's there. Like I do get it, but maybe a female host would be cool too.
To Tommy's credit, though, he does a very good job at what he does. I agree. There needs to be a woman. I vote the lady that's on put a ring on it, but
Dr.
whatever.
Nicole,
That's
Dr.
just me.
Nicole, you need
Dr.
to come
Nicole,
on this show.
Chef's kiss.
Dr. Nicole is
She's
dope.
the
I love her.
ways, honestly, because she is a woman and she's a therapist and she keeps it real.
Exactly.
So yeah, whatever. But Tommy does a good job either way.
All right, moving on to Jay and Joy. Child, let me tell you about this wine day, okay? There's something about a glass of wine that gets you feeling the kind of way. And that's what was going on, baby. Thoughts?
Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Girl, I played that scene 3 times. I played that whole scene 3 times. I did. I'm not ashamed
I mean, honestly, there's nothing much to say about Jay and Joy.
at
They
all.
just hit it off so well.
Yes.
I would like to see more in-depth conversations with them.
Yes.
What are your traumas? What are your childhood like? What do you guys expect in the future from each other? You know,
But I think too,
but
think about it though, when she has those conversations with Edwin, she's almost like, oh,
you know what? I was gonna mention too, this kind of scene made me feel bad for the scenes with Edwin because I really like them too, but I think she's like, more so because her heart is with Jay. She would pick Jay in an instant. And so that's why I think she's a little distanced because even the tantric yoga,
mm-hmm.
she was into it, but she wasn't into it.
You
You know what
right.
I
If
mean?
it was Jay, baby,
Um,
I would have had to take a
So I
pause,
think
take a drink, go maybe take a shower, recollect myself. Yeah,
um,
yeah.
so
I hear you.
yeah,
I hear you.
yeah,
Okay,
no,
yeah. I don't have much to say about these two. I was just thoroughly
honestly, yeah.
entertained. You hear me? Yes. All right. Moving on to Rasheed and Adriana. I thought the date was cute, first of all. I really like the Polaroid idea.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. I don't know if it's producers or Rashid, but if it's Rashid, he does
He's
well.
two for
He
two.
does
He
well.
is
He's
2 for 2.
stepping up.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. So yeah, no, I have nothing much to say about them. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like Adriana has no depth. So sometimes, sorry, sis, if you're watching this, maybe the TV cameras are
Oh
doing
my
you wrong
God.
or
Hey,
doing you dirty.
hey.
And I can't take it back because we're live. So,
You, there's no edit.
but yeah, like I find myself like, okay,
She
and
has
you know,
depth. No, here's the thing. I feel like she does have depth, but the thing is, we're seeing more of her interactions with Cal Fani, which is a purely lust relationship, in my opinion. However, when she's talking with Rasheed, she gets a little, you uncover it a little bit more. Granted, there's more that she could be giving us, but you can't say she has no depth. No depth, that's a little
here's my
extreme. No
thing.
depth.
Rashid has grown. I thought the same thing about Rashid. Look at him proving me wrong. Okay. But it seems like to me when I
Oh
saw
my gosh,
Rashid
they are
and
agreeing with you, and I'm triggered. I'm triggered.
because in that conversation with Rashid, Rashid was pulling more from her. Like, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you have thoughts about this? And all she had to do was agree or disagree. And I was just like, give me more, sis. Give me more in this conversation. So that's what I think.
I just feel like saying no depth is a little extreme. It's a little extreme. However, she doesn't need to give more. I agree. I agree. But don't say no depth. My gosh, that's a lot.
I said, or maybe the cameras are doing her dirty. I did say
You
that.
did say that. Okay. Edwin and Simone, y'all, when I tell you, I was like, Simone, shut up. Like, that's enough. Like, this man is telling you something and you're gonna question every answer he gives you. Like, I don't believe that. That's what he said. That's his truth. Whether you accept it or not is your business. But don't be telling the man like how he should feel about certain things. Like, and like to not even let him finish each statement, I was triggered.
Exactly.
I was so triggered.
No, same sentiments, honestly. And I'm disappointed. I was very disappointed because this is the stunt that she pulled
The
opening
first
day.
day.
And so the thing that I commended Simone about last time was that she grows. Each time people tell her stuff, she be growing. And so she was right back to, you know, her shenanigans or whatever. So I'm like,
Yeah, I was disappointed too.
but
She was
maybe
interrogating him, Tata. She really was.
maybe there's this thing of different men bring out different things in you.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Tata says, I felt secondhand embarrassment. Like, why, sis? I promise you, like, my skin was crawling. I was like, not only are you interrupting him, you're now, it's like the female version of mansplaining. I feel like that's what she was doing. She was mansplaining his
Yeah.
feelings to him. And he's like, no, but what I said is what I
I said
said.
what I
Like,
said.
don't.
Period.
Ugh, I felt so uncomfortable. Oh
It
my
was really a
gosh.
loss of me.
Ali Kobar says she grows like a weed. All right, so next couple is
Woo. Oh,
the
what's the
next
name?
pairing is not Denise. What are these two? Rasheed and Simone. What did you think about?
Right.
Because I feel like the date went off so well. However, the aftermath, I wasn't really feeling it.
Oh, they had a little bit of a spark. I think it's something that could have grown into something more if she had spent more time on the show. However, there was a point in that date, like you said, that where it was like, oh, they're just homies. Like I didn't. I feel like
I
he
agree.
was holding back
Yeah.
now.
And I think too,
He was
like,
open. Oh, that was Rashid for me.
and I think at the end of the day, it is just because his heart is really with that one. So
Adrian.
it's really it's hard to give your full self when you know you want to be elsewhere. Not that Simone and his connection wasn't a true one, it just wasn't as strong. And at this point in the game, like
Right.
you really got to make a decision.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's all I got. That's all you got.
Right.
Okay. So next we have Joy and Edwin. How did you feel about the conversation about trauma and him seeking therapy and all of that? How did you feel?
Um, that's
Mm,
uncomfortable thing.
mm,
Definitely sensed it in this conversation.
mm-hmm,
Um, and you can see that Edwin is willing to give his all, whereas Joy, like you said, her heart is elsewhere. So that's what I think. But if it was with a woman that would give her all to him, I think that would have been like a beautiful moment.
hmm.
And one thing I will give her credit for is taking it with stride. You know, she didn't make him feel bad. You
Yes,
know,
that's true.
she suggested that, he get therapy without coming off like Simone did. You know what I mean? So she was able to be that backbone that Black women are prided in being.
Hmm.
So yeah, I appreciate that from her in that
Yeah, I definitely think she handled the situation well. I feel like if he I don't know. Like, I don't want to say that he hasn't done the work because I'm sure that he has. However, it's still something that he carries. And one session with your therapist isn't going to heal. I mean, he's a vet. Like we have trauma as regular civilians. He is a whole vet. Like, I think he is ready for love and he truly does desire that for himself. However, there is some unpacking that needs to be done on his luggage, and you can still have that luggage, but unzip some of them bags, baby. Unzip some of them bags.
honestly, the way he carries himself, he's working on it. And so me as like if I was older and looking interested, being with him would be, I think, easier. Like I don't think it would be something that I should run away from. Like especially if I'm a good person,
See, I think the opposite
if
about
I
me. I feel like with being with him, I would be in counselor mode. And if once you study psychology, like you can't not be
that
in
is
counselor
also
mode
true.
sometimes. So I feel like the relationship would be more centered around healing him rather than us building together. That's my opinion.
I don't know. I get the sense that he's on his way, so you wouldn't have to
No.
do a lot of the groundwork of it all. That would be when you have to get to the roots. That would be a relationship where I'm like, sis, you need to exit the stage left.
Good.
But this guy, like, he's worked on the roots. He's just coming up. He's working on coming up. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Lee Pepper says Edwin needs more counseling. He's not ready to be with anyone. Tata says I think Edwin has too much trauma to really love right now. Viello is up in here. What's up, V? He says, Elaine, I think we have the exact same headset. I'm dead. Why? And then Ali Kobar says, I agree. You cannot be in continuous fix-it mode. And I feel like that's what it would be. It would be like, it would just be like, how can I heal him today? Instead of like, what are we going to do to add more building blocks to this system we got going on? I do.
But I get the sense that he's just in sharing mode. He's just like, hey, here's an update on how I'm feeling today. Rather than this thing of like, hey, let me unload on you so you can help me. You know, I get this feeling that he's more like, hey, like, I'm just letting you know this is where I'm at mentally. I'm fixing it though. I'm working on it. You know? I don't know.
Thanks, cuz I see you. That's sweet. Yeah. I don't know. Well, verdict is out. Who knows? Okay, moving on. Is Anthony too passive?
Yes. Yes. And we find out the reason why, or at least the beginning of the reason why.
I missed it. Tell me.
Which is he's afraid to get hurt. And he says more in the next episode. I won't get into that, but he says he's afraid to be hurt or to get hurt. And
but this is one thing that really pisses me off. No offense to anybody who like feels this way. However, when you are engaging with other people, especially in a romantic sense, you're making yourself susceptible to that. It's irrational for you to be like, I'm not going to put myself out there because I'm afraid of getting hurt. It's a part of it comes with the endeavor of this.
Done, bro.
I know it's no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should not think that way at all. I'm just saying if it causes you to hinder yourself this much, you're gonna have to rid yourself of that thinking a little bit because baby, there's always a susceptibility of getting hurt when it's the game of love. Like, come on. At this age, sir, what are we doing?
I agree, but I have sympathy.
I have sympathy, but I'm also like, at what point are you going to allow yourself to fully engage in a connection that you have and just be like, but if I get hurt, at least I did my best and at least I put my all in it in the time that we had. And okay, I got hurt, cool, but I know that I'm capable of being fully engulfed in this relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree as a fellow psych student.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, Ali Kobar. Tata says Winter wants everyone to fight for her. She does. And Ali Kobar says sounds like he does not want to leave his comfort zone. But you know what they say, when you leave your comfort zone, that is when you start living.
That's true. Back to Winter. Does she not deserve it though?
She do. She got it on a poppin'. You right.
We all deserve it, to be honest. Like, and plus, also look at like, I don't know if you were complaining about the fact that she, you know, wants everyone to fight for her. You're like just stating the facts, but I think too, like the fact that she's number 2 for everybody. At some point, you're gonna need somebody to be like, hey, baby. You're my number 1. We all want that.
You're right. You know, actually, that is very valid. When you're everybody's second choice, at some point, you're going to want somebody to fight for you. That's such a good point. You're right.
It's necessary.
Who is like, who out there is saying Winter's my number 1?
Nobody.
Dang. That's such a valid point.
And she's a class act, bro. Like, I love her.
Yeah. No, Tata, we weren't saying that he's her number 1. We were just saying that Winter is no one's number one right now. So it makes sense that she wants people to fight for her because it's like, dang, I'm just gonna be everybody's backup plan. What is that? Yeah, that
Yeah.
yeah, wow. Yeah, now that you say it, it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you think about this encounter though? I kind of liked him. I kind of liked the challenge that Jay was given. Like, yo, why you always with my girl? What you doing? I
Yeah,
liked
I
it. It was
love
a little
that.
spicy.
And that's why I say, like, I really feel the energy between Winter and Jay. But joy,
But joy,
but
but
joy.
joy. All
But yeah, I
right.
love them. They're sexy. Jay is sexy.
Brian and Alex. This
No comment.
guy, I just, again, when I was on Clubhouse, Chris was speaking very highly of Brian, and I'm sure Brian is a good guy. I'm sure he is. However, he does not know how to listen. He does not know how to listen. Like, when she was talking about, you make jokes when they're trying to be vulnerable, and he had the audacity to say, when did
Can I
that
speak?
happen? No, no.
Oh,
He even asked, when were you vulnerable with me? I told you about my whole abusive situation. What are you talking about? When was I vulnerable? Yo, I was so triggered. I was so
yeah.
triggered.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. No,
No,
I
no,
have nothing
Brian's
more
gone,
to
Ali.
say.
Don't worry. Brian's gone. Okay.
I have nothing more to say about that man. I no, nothing good.
I
Honestly,
was so
nothing
disappointed in
good.
this man. He was my top pick at the beginning. And now
This is
he's
true.
such a disappointment.
The more you know about people,
The
listen,
more
looks
you
aren't
know.
everything.
That's true. Okay, then we have, is Simone reaching? Well, obviously she was.
So last episode, if y'all were there, I spoke highly about the show. I said, listen, someone was getting eliminated. None of them were
You
scratching.
did say that. You
None of
did.
them were reaching for this, maybe, maybe, maybe.
Then there goes
Tell me why
Simone.
Simone, single-handedly, the only one. Um, Brian, you're my top guy. Since when?
Since when? Since
Since
when?
when? Since when? Rasheed, I get it. You're my top guy after Brian?
No,
And
she
then
was talking to
Calvin.
Kalfani, not Rashid.
Yes! Cal, why? Since when?
Why you all up in the camera like that? Back
But
up.
she
Back up.
also talked to Brian.
No, no, no. She
Anyways,
did. I have those pictures both up right now.
I'm glad Calvani was like, listen, my energy is more towards people that I've actually worked towards having a conversation,
Yes.
connection with. Even Brian told her off and was like, but like, you didn't even try before this. Like, what?
At least she made it known though that she was doing it because of the elimination. She's like, if you feel like my energy's off, it's because. So, babe, why are you doing all of this? Why are you doing all of this? You knew elimination was coming. It comes every week.
The fact that Brian was reaching with Winter and still could call out Simone for reaching, girl. Anyway. Chat, anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Moving on. Tata said that's when I knew she was going home. Absolutely. Okay. Who's more compatible with Jay? Joy or Winter? Who's more compatible? Yes, you have to make a decision.
Okay, compatible, I would say Winter, just because we've seen more in-depth conversation with them.
Yes.
Chemistry, I would say Joy.
Do you okay? But hold up, hold up. I feel like he just was unsure whether or not he could cross that boundary with Winter, and it seems like next episode he does. So chemistry might be
You
even.
No, I see chemistry with Jay and Winter. I always have. but I don't know. You can tell his heart is with Joy. So I'd give Joy the winter. I mean, Joy the chemistry crown.
I don't know. I think if we're talking compatibility, goodness sakes, this word, compatibility, I would have to say, it pains me. It pains me to say it, but I think it's Winter.
Yeah,
I think it's Winter because at the end of the day, like, he still feels Winter, like, physically. It's not like that's lacking at all. But at least they have the intellectual component that we see on screen. Not saying you don't have it, but we just are not seeing enough of it with Joy. So I'd have to say Winter.
Period.
Tata agrees with you, saying Joy has more chemistry with him.
Yeah, girl.
All right. So the people who got sent home are Brian and Simone. And I thought it was ironic because both of them have communication issues, but the opposite. Like, Brian doesn't know how to listen, and Simone doesn't know when to stop talking. I feel like she listens because she recited so much of Edwin that I was like, wait a minute, how did you know all of this? She was just, so I heard that you did da-da-da-da-da and a nonprofit and da-da-da-da and whatever. I was like, so you listen, but when are you going to stop talking?
Period.
And then with Brian, it was like, so you don't listen. So therefore, when you talk, it's just, yeah. What were your thoughts about the eliminees?
Good riddance, honestly. Like,
A whole good
no
riddance.
offense, but it's getting to crunch time. People need to get eliminated. These are the people I don't see making it to the end.
Agreed.
And yeah, good.
Agreed.
Sorry.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so in the trailer, we see that Anthony hasn't been in love. Is this a red flag?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it is. I think it is because it goes back to what I said. You have to allow yourself to give your whole self when pursuing people. And I understand it is hard. It is not easy. But you're telling me, let's say he's 36 because I forget his age. You're telling me in 36 years, you've never been in love? Ever? It makes me think, were you not fully giving yourself to the process, or were people finding too many issues with you to even get to that point? Would you, like, I don't know, I just got some questions. Like,
I'm hesitant to say that because it's rough out here, okay? 21, 22, sorry. 22, I never had a boyfriend. I can't even say within the next year I'll have a boyfriend. And I can't even say, within the next 5 years, I'm going to have, like, there's no guarantee. So it's kind of so I can't be saying stuff like that. I don't think it's a red flag. I think it goes to explain him more why he acts the way he does. And I think this one, if he were to get with Winter, that would be more of a fix me kind of thing because she's really digging at like these issues that he has and leaving him speechless, right? And calling him out. So I feel like that would be more of a fix me relationship. So I guess yeah, then it's a red flag for Winter.
It's a red flag for me too. It is. No, because like it's one thing for you to say like I was working on myself and I just didn't allow it, because that's been like my thing when people ask me like why haven't you got a boyfriend, because there was never a reason before. Like, what am I doing in high school with a boyfriend? Wasting time. However, like when you are actually fully immersed in the dating world and you're telling me you've never been in love, You never found
You're
somebody who
telling
was
me.
worth. Don't piss
So
me
you're
off.
telling me.
Go.
You're telling me if a guy came up to you and was like, "Have you ever been in love?" You said no. And he's like, "That's okay."
I'm also 24. And I have my reasons for not having been in love. It's not for lack of trying. No, no, no.
Okay.
It's not because, hold on. It is not because I haven't found it in somebody. It's because I was never even dating. He has been, though. I've only started dating like 2 years ago, if even.
Okay, let's give him a chance to explain himself. It was just the trailer.
Why you doing all of this? Why you doing all of
Dude,
that? Why you doing all of
I
that?
think my
Why
man
you doing all of
Anthony
that?
deserves a chance.
Child,
Period. Cry on demand.
you can't cry on demand. That's unfortunate. All right. A next component was, should Joy be concerned about Jay and Winter?
No. Like I've said before, I'll say it again. I love how they know what it is. We're on a TV show. It's a reality TV show. It's almost like a
I
game
think that
show.
component is about to disappear. I think it is. Because at first it was, oh, we're all friends, kiki, ha 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 ha. But now feelings are really, really, really getting in. And I don't know
But
if it's
he
gonna be no friend kiki
respects.
business anymore.
Okay, fine. We don't have to kiki together, but still have that respect and that decorum. If they lose that, I lose respect for both of them. So this is something that
But I'm not
I
saying she's
really
gonna
admire.
I'm not saying she's gonna go and disrespect Winter. I'm just saying, should she be concerned with her connection with Jay? That's my question.
No, no, because she hasn't been before. Yes, okay, fine. Like, maybe do a little more to like make sure that you have his attention and like spend more time with him and stuff like that. But that concern that breeds, a little like doing more than
Resentment.
is you.
Yeah.
No, doing more than is what you do. Let's not do that. Y'all are grown. Let's stop that. Y'all have set the bar.
I
Keep
don't
it.
know. I feel like she should be a little concerned. I feel like there's things in their relationship that is lacking, and this is the time to really pinpoint what those things are, because Winter is zeroing in on your man, sis. And they already have that emotional and intellectual connection. All she's asking in this episode is like, so why haven't you kissed me? Why haven't you crossed that boundary? If they cross that boundary, I would be concerned.
Listen, the
I
thing
would
that
be
I respect
concerned.
about Joy, that I sense about her, is that she's like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna keep doing me. If you choose Winter, I concede. Not to say her feelings won't be hurt, she won't miss him, not to say all that, but she'll be like, listen, I gracefully concede.
But I
It's
think
time.
that you're equating my question of concern to her action of acting out, which is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, should she be concerned?
No, because she hasn't been concerned. Someone who is concerned starts to do more than is them, right? Not
Not
to act out or
always,
whatever.
no.
Okay, so if you're concerned about someone making a match with somebody else, like what does that bring about for you? What does that mean?
For me, it just makes
What
me
does that look like?
contemplate more on where I stand with that person. It doesn't make me go like
Should
Adriana, like, ooh, let me go on and touch up on you because da 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 da. Like, no, it just makes me think, like, okay, so when we have our conversations, like, am I doing the most that I can in order to like strengthen whatever we have? Like, that doesn't mean that she's gonna start acting out of character in order to like reel his attention back in. But should she be reevaluating her situation with him, talking about, okay, we know we have the physical, we know we are genuinely attracted to each other. Where are the components where we're missing that I need to strengthen? Because over here it's getting stronger and now I'm stressed.
I'm just speaking against the stress part of it. But I guess you have a point. But I think she shouldn't be stressed.
Okay. All right. If your short answer is no, then I'll take it. Fine. That's fine. Um, does Edwin have too much baggage?
No.
No.
No. I think it's so unfair to say you served our country, you were in the police force, you're now working on yourself, you're self aware, you're working on yourself, you still have too much baggage though.
But see, that's dangerous. It's dangerous to.
Unfair.
What?
Unfair. Unfair. He's like, what more do you want from a black man? He's literally working on it.
Not
It's
what more
one,
do you
it's
want from a
one
black man?
thing.
Oh my gosh, there she goes with the
It's one thing.
theatrics. Oh my
It's
god.
one thing to be in his position and not even realize. Not even, I don't have any problems. I don't have trauma. I actually walked away scot-free, even though I've seen all the horrible things of the world. I don't talk to nobody. I don't need to talk to nobody. That's not him. Let's not do that, folks. Let's not. Let's not do that. But anyway, continue. I won't judge you.
I just feel like maybe
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Swallow.
just think he needs more time, just him.
What is giving you that sense? Just because he's sharing with Joy what he
N-
goes through?
no. No.
Okay, what is it? What is it specifically? Because I'm starting to, because all he's done in my eyes is just share that, oh, this is what I've been through and this is what I go through and I'm working on it. I take walks, I do yoga, I talk to my mom, and like I
Yeah,
have a
but to
good
me it
support
feels like it
system.
still has a hold on him.
Why?
I don't
Why do
know.
you
It
feel
just
that?
feels that way.
Mm-mm,
It just
mm-mm.
feels that way.
Nah, y'all are scared. Let's not do that.
Okay. I picked a picture that I don't have up here, but we're gonna talk about it. Is Cal Fanny finally steps up and gives what's her name, Denise, a little massage, a
Mm,
little happy
yes.
ending or whatever. Your thoughts?
I'm glad that he's putting his money where his mouth is, you know? Like I said, it was frustrating me that he was saying, hey, like, um, Denise and wow, I blanked out for a second. Denise and Adriana are my top. Okay, so where's Denise? You just ignored her for all these dates and let her be
He
jealous, right?
does ignore her,
So
and it really is triggering me because you're not gonna make Denise look like she crazy out here because she's not. And I fell for it a little bit. I started to look at Denise a little sideways. But when you see her with Anthony and you see that she can be happy go lucky, she can, be dancing in her heels, doing a little 1 2. Like, why doesn't Calvani bring that out of her? Like, what? Like, I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Like, why? Why? And then when she shows you that she's truly interested, okay, yeah, sometimes her delivery is like not the best. You make it seem like she's beg. And I don't like that.
No, I see his perspective. I just don't like the ignoring her but still saying she's your top. If you're annoyed by the stuff that she's doing and you don't want anything to do with her, don't have anything to do with her. Make that clear. But if you are annoyed but still are willing to pursue her, you had a really good conversation with her and you said she listened. Why not work with her through that and still show her that, hey, like, I'm still feeling you? Because that was, you're ignoring her. But that's all we see. But like, to us, it looks like you're ignoring her. That's not
Okay.
cute.
All right. Let's do our top 3 couples one more time.
I hate this game.
Okay, I
Okay.
still want to see Rasheed in the end. Honestly, Rasheed probably has the best growth story of this cast. Like, wow. I did not see this coming, but good on you, my guy. I want to see Jay. Jay. I want, yes. Yes, I want to see Jay. And selfishly, I want to see Kalfani, but he's just not trying enough for me. He's just not trying enough for me. And I want to see him so bad.
Right.
But he's just not trying. And I feel like Anthony has a better... If Anthony fully gives himself to the process, he has an edge up, in my opinion, to Kalfani.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are my three guys. Who are your three guys?
I think it would be the same for me. Unfortunately, I know it's not going to work, but Jay, Edwin, and Rasheed. I know Edwin's not going to work out. I can just feel it in my soul.
Yeah, he's going home, my girl.
I want to
You better get your head around him packing up.
I want to see him win so badly.
I want to see him win too, but like not here.
Who are the last two? Anthony and who?
There's Rasheed, Anthony, Edwin, Jay. Is that it?
He said then. No, he said, and then there were 10. That's what Tommy said.
Rasheed, Anthony, Edwin, Jay.
Kalfani.
You see, he don't try. He don't try. He's totally out of my mind. He don't try.
Name them again.
Rasheed, Anthony, Kalfani, Jay, and Edwin.
Okay.
Yeah. So my top girls. For some reason, I really want to see Alex there, but I don't think she's gonna be there. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be there. But Joy, definitely, no doubt about that. Winter, of course, and my third might have to be Denise, which actually works out because if it's Denise and Kalfani, which was my selfish choice, Jay and Joy, and then Winter. Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't work.
Okay. For my ladies, I can't match them up. It's just my top three that I want to see win. Winter off the bat.
Yeah,
Joy.
Winter. Listen, Winter needs a fine ass husband who is just doing the damn thing in whatever thing he's doing, and is gonna love up on Winter like nobody's business. Like, Winter, I speak all of these things for you. Emotionally intelligent, socially equipped.
Amen.
Fiscally responsible and flourishing.
Okay.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Hello.
Spiritually in tune.
Just tantalize.
All of the things. I need him to be all of the things for Winter. Like, she deserves. Winter deserves. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, Winter off the bat. That's been my girl from day one. Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Walks with grace. Crown on her head.
Like, I mean, it's written in the stars for her.
So who's left? Oh yeah. I'd say Denise as well.
Okay, so we agree.
Alex, I know. I want to see her win. I know there's nobody though.
Yeah, there's nobody for her.
But
no.
Adriana. Anyway.
She could go. We done what you says. Yeah, she can go.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me. That's it for me.
That's it
Any
for me.
other comments, questions, concerns?
Is anyone in the comments?
No, they're pretty content.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of wish that, when numbers are dwindling like this, I wish that people would just self-eliminate. I know that gives us
I
less episodes,
agree. I agree.
but
I'm like, if you already know it's not in the cards for you, just pack up. Just pack up. But also this year, like we are in a pandemic, so like I would low key want to stay there. So like I get it.
you have a point. Okay, I guess I take it back.
Yeah.
You have a good point there.
All right, y'all. That is all we got for this week's episode. Oh
Mhm.
man, I the things I need to see next week is Cal Fanny trying, Jay crossing that boundary with Winter. I need Alex to give me something, girl. I really want you in the end, but like I'm not really seeing any connections, and I need Anthony to fully give himself to the process. Those are the only things
Yes,
that I need, and it'll be a great episode for me.
I think Anthony needs to take a page out of Denise and Simone's book. When they were told certain things, they acted on it. And so Winter's here telling you things, act on it, boo. We're rooting for you.
We are rooting for
We're
you.
all rooting for you.
We are all rooting for you. Yeah. All right, guys. This has been great. We'll see you guys next week for another recap.